Say hello, Roxana. Wave hello. There she is. Giant Joshua tree. We're heading out that way. We are at Dawson's Camp in the Mojave National Preserve, but the name's about to get a lot more interesting. We'll get a better look at this manager's house in a minute. Not only is it huge for a desert mining camp, you can see it has electricity. It was built in 1910, so the electricity was probably added later on, but there's still power flowing because there is a telecommunications tower up the road that has the power line running to it. It's only about 3 miles back to the paved road, which runs along the bottom of the SEMA dome, which you can see out there. You'll be seeing that dome in the background a lot here. This main house is impressive. I'm loving this entryway and line of Joshua trees, and Roxana was particularly impressed with the vines growing on the side. 2 of these houses have weird super green vines growing on the side of them. Let's take a look around and I'll tell you about the scam. So Death Valley Scotty was making all kinds of money selling claims and other investments. You've probably heard of Scotty's Castle. Scotty made the Death Valley name famous and other scammers picked up on it. The Dawson brothers heard about Death Valley Scotty, went out to the desert, and bought a mine. This mine, at the foot of the New York mountains, 70 or so miles away from Death Valley in what is now called Mojave National Preserve. And even though there was no gold in it and it was not in Death Valley, they called it the Death Valley Mine and raised thousands and thousands of dollars from investors. There are 2 shafts here, maybe there were others, and they did produce quite a bit of silver, but almost no gold. The more money they made from silver, the more shares of stock the Dawson brothers sold, and eventually they just cashed it out and ran away. Then the mine failed. It was brought back a couple times. There's even one of the cement installations you'll see in a bit says 1980 on it. People kept it running off and on for a long time, but it was never very profitable. Looks like the road's gonna make a circle. Really white sand here. We'll wander around and see. We just, the houses are there. It comes in a little loop and goes back. I really want to see the back of this cabin. See the dome out there, the little Death Valley Mine houses. Crazy machine behind the cabin. Blown over outhouse. There's Roxana. And we're gonna head up a little bit. Back into this. And we've got this. And mine hazard warning sign. The mine itself is fenced off. You can see that. And not much to see there. Yeah, it just all caved in. But look at that weird angled shaft. At first I thought this might be a well or something, but no, it's another mine shaft. Can't see down there very well. My book says this is flooded about 30 feet down. There are springs in the area. So I open this little door, and stepping on this, you gotta be really, really careful, or you're just gonna put your foot right through it. And let's keep this intact. If you go carefully on that braced part there, you can look over it. All it is to look down. It's probably just asking to get hurt. Probably better to peek in from over here or something. Well, this one's 1980, so this must be the newer machinery here. That's why they get away with such a small one now. And that's the old one. Giant old motor. And that's the edge of it. A couple of tailings piles. It's pretty cool. I strongly suggest staying, out of it and just look down from the edge. Maybe not even go in there because it's dangerous and it's falling apart. So let's keep it there for the next person. And that's about it. From here, the road goes up into the mountains and gets pretty rough. We'll walk around a little bit, but a bunch of junk. Oh, look at that cabin. So if you follow the road up a ways, this is just a turnaround. Looks like a perfect campsite. Our food. I set up the tent right over there. This amazing sunset. Pretty excellent day at the Death Valley Mine. You know, the shacks are right over there. We're just, you know, far away and far enough away from the town to be safe, and you know, you don't really want to be near the rodents and things that are gonna linger around those buildings. Boy, yeah, those coyotes are behind me. They're making a bunch of noise over there. We're gonna watch the sunset and go to bed, and then we got a short hike for you in the morning. Sunday morning. We haven't seen anyone since we turned onto the dirt road yesterday. It was around 95 up here at 4,300 feet, and it got down to about 60 last night. It's already mid-80s at just after 10 o'clock in the morning, and it'll probably get up to around 100 today. It's supposed to be warmer than yesterday. Here's our camp at the end of the road. Up here I note a couple things in case you come up here. I fastened this hose down with this rock. This hose was here, and I fastened it down with some rocks, because that's where people should turn. You know, everybody's been driving on that. Just keep driving on that. There's the main fire ring, and you should know this one is basically historical. There's a pile of Joshua trees that nobody's touched it. Nobody has used that fire ring in decades. Obviously, there's no ash at all in there. It's not really safe over there. This one is much safer, even though that bush is there. That bush, you know, the fire won't spread. People should just keep cutting that bush apart like they have been. The main thing is, you're not allowed to gather wood here. You have to bring your own firewood. So to use that would technically be illegal. And that's what makes me think it's from the old mining days. I mean, nobody has touched it in decades, obviously. And I'm sure it would be fine to camp over here. The wind's probably gonna get us. But that's growing back. Let's let it keep growing back, you know? Park your vehicle out in this area. And if you have so many people that you need to move over there to camp, set up tents wherever. And just try to keep the vehicles over here, because you can see, you know, a car tires last forever. Nothing recovers once a car drives over it real hard like that, or it takes a long time. So, you know, treat it nicely and it'll stay open and accessible like this. I came up this road from the Death Valley Mine, just kept coming up the road. Yeah, we had to quit right there, and kind of see it dips like mad right there too. So, and there's several of those, so yeah, walking's gonna be a better plan. Here the road used to split, and you can see they've shut that road off, and this road is still open if your Jeep or whatever can get up it. Part of me wants to explore this old shut down road, but I have a feeling this one, if there's anything interesting, it's gonna be at this one, is why they left it open. Also, this one's going up more, where we'll get more of a view, and that one's just kind of going across. And you know, it's just snakes and things when there's so many more bushes. Might as well take the clear path. I don't think we're gonna make it all the way up to the mountains, but we'll get a look up this way. Looks like the road's gonna take us around this little bump here, and we got a nice view of the mountains. The same New York mountains we've climbed up a couple times, but we're looking at them from the opposite side. The road keeps going up there, but you know, we've had enough, and we've got a pretty awesome view here and for our whole way back. So, down we go. Oh, nice and calm up in this little cirque almost. Can't really see it, but there is a van out there. There was one guy out there hanging out, camping. that's about it. We're gonna head back to the car, you know, have food, tool around in the desert for the rest of the day. Nothing you haven't seen before, so, yeah, thanks for coming with us, everyone.